Their second-year head coach, Jordan Dupuy, the Lady Demons, back to a little bit of a normal routine this week. Wednesday at home against Texas A&M-Corpus Christi, then at home Saturday against Stephen F. And Coach, kind of good to be back in a little bit of a rhythm, something you'll see over the next 8 to 9 weeks?
It is. It was tough last week, playing a good Nichols team at home and then only having one day to prepare for McNeese on Saturday. So it's good to be able to take that Sunday to kind of recuperate. You've got 2 days to get ready for a good quality Corpus team, then another 2 days to get ready for SFA, and now we'll get into our normal routine for conference, and it's good to get that started.
And I guess it's good to be at home, especially when you see you're 0-2. It's not the start you want in conference, but a chance to come home against another team that's 0-2. And there's 15 games left after tomorrow, but is it safe to say it's a pivotal game for both teams?
There's no doubt. You don't want to start 0-3 and dig yourself out of that hole. It'd be very difficult to get where you want to get toward the end of the season in that kind of hole. You also want to defend your home court. I talk to our ladies all the time about how you need to go about conference, your goals in conference, and how you have to win every game at home and try and be 500 on the road in order to put yourself in a position that you want to be in leading into the tournament. So this is a very pivotal game. To me, it's a must-win, and it's something that has to get done. And you got to play with a desperate type of attitude and a sense of urgency on Wednesday.
It's been something you and I talked about before the season. It's unfortunate you've had to have a next man up mentality. Cheyenne Brown has missed the last 2 games. You don't know when or if she'll be back, but you've mentioned it before. It's not going to take just one player. It's going to be multiple players that have to step up and fill her role.
Absolutely. The thing about Cheyenne, even if she's not scoring, is defenses have to pay attention to her on the block, and it frees other people up on the perimeter. So we need to have somebody step up and get key buckets. It doesn't have to be just one particular person. As you mentioned, it needs to be several, especially at the post position. So we've got to increase our scoring down low in order to make up for Cheyenne's absences. But any good team is going to have somebody go down and somebody that has to pick them up, and this is our chance to do that.
In the non-conference season, you created a lot of offense off your defense. Better shooting from the outside the first 2 conference games, knocking down 43% from the three-point line. By the other side of the equation, Corpus is not necessarily a three-point shooting team. Tempo, very important tomorrow night when you meet.
It is. They do a great job of defending in the half court, so we're going to have to get out and get some easy buckets, whether it be off of our defense or off our break. We're still not where we want to be in the half court offensive set, so we're going to need to make it an up and down game as much as we possibly can. They're going to grind you. They're going to take their time. They will extend their defenses in order to make something happen. But, it's just one of those things where it's going to be a hard-fought game, just like every conference game. And, we didn't do a great job last year of scoring against them. I believe we averaged right at about 48, 49 points a game. So really scoring is a big emphasis in order to be able to win this game. We have to set the tone defensively. When we do, we usually score the ball a lot better.
You turn your attention. The last thing coaches want to do is look ahead. We will talk a little bit about Stephen F. And they're a team that with Coach Mark Kellogg, they can win in the 90s, they can play in the 50s. They seem to be kind of chameleon-esque.
They definitely are, and it's one of those things where, it's about preparation, but it's about execution, the ability to adjust, and they do a great job of adjusting to the way the game is being played, the way the game is being called, and we're going to have to do the same thing. So, as a coach, right now I was just looking forward to, making sure Tuesday was the best Tuesday we can possibly have, but you also have to look down the line, and it's going to be a very good SFA team that comes in here on Saturday, and it's a team that honestly can compete for a top spot in our conference. So the next few games are very crucial to the rest of our season.
Good thing is you get the first rivalry meeting of the season at home, and last year your introduction sort of to the NSU SFA rivalry, you split. How important was the home court last year, and how important is it this year?
It's always important. That was a great game here, one of the biggest games of our season last year, a great overtime win. Hard-fought game, one that both teams competed extremely well, and we expect nothing different on Saturday. So anytime that NSU and SFA get together, it means a whole lot. So Saturday's going to be huge for us, but we need to take care of Wednesday first.
Now there is one rivalry aspect that's different this year. Chief Cato's hanging out just across the street in the field house. Has he given you any tips for the Lady Jacks?
He has, but he also told me, because he shared those, to keep them a secret. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure I do that, keep it between him and I.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.